Guys, welcome back. My name is Aaron. This is Czar Finance, episode 30, property insurance. Now, when it comes to property insurance, most people think about property insurance is referred to as homeowners insurance or renter's insurance. Basically, you don't have to be an owner of a home to get property insurance. You can rent, like I do right now. I'm renting. I can get property insurance to cover any damages that may occur at my residence should something go wrong. Now, property insurance basically covers any type of damage that may be occurred to, I don't know, whether it's smoke, fire, wind, water, sometimes water, ice, hail, things of that nature that could be damaging to your property. Now, not all insurances or property insurances cover water damage, whether it's sewage, a flood, a tsunami, and also some places insurance companies don't cover acts of war, whether it's a nuclear blast or something like that, or an earthquake or something of that nature. They might not cover that, so you might have to look into your policy a little bit more to find out the true details of what's actually covered in your property damage insurance forms, I should say, property insurance forms, to see what's covered. So when it comes to the insurance part of it for property damage, it's basically covering what is in your home, the value of your house or your renter's space. Most places require you to have property insurance in order to rent a space or to buy a house. You have to have it, because if something were to go bad, what are you going to be? You're going to be stuck on the street? You don't want that to happen. So you have to have these things covered in order for you to rent or to buy a property. Now, the prices can range quite drastically. If you're renting, it could be around $200 a year to $300 a year or so. And if you have a house or something like that, it's about $800 and up, depending on what property insurance items you select in your house. Now, there's about 3 different types that you can choose from. There's the actual cost of something. Now, that might consider, like, what does it actually cost for a table, a chair, a sofa? What is the actual value of that? Do you have your receipts for that so that you can prove that the actual value of that, should it get lost or damaged, that you can replace it? The next one was the replacement cost. What does it cost to replace an item of a chair, a sofa, a love seat? What do those actual items cost? The replacement value of them, whether it was back then or now. So the value might go down as time goes along, so that's something to consider as you're thinking about property insurance and listing your items that you want to have covered. The next thing was there's another one that's called a guaranteed or extended replacement cost. Usually it's about 20 to 25% of the value. So if something were to happen to a sofa or love seat or carpet, say in a fire or something like that, they can replace it. And sometimes if you pay that amount, they will say, well, due to inflation and things like that, we'll give you up to or more than the actual cost of the value to replace the item. Now, it depends on what type of insurance provider you have that's covering that. But typically, if you're going to get one of those type of plans, you're going to be paying a little bit more than necessary to have the actual cost be inflated for for something that might not ever occur. So that's something to consider. The other thing to consider is that not all property damages insurances cover. Not that they don't, but they come with liability insurance. So if somebody has an accident at your place, you're throwing a party, someone trips and falls and breaks their neck or something, God forbid, or breaks their wrist, and they decide to sue you because of I don't know, your clutteredness or something like that. Well, your insurance could hold liable for that and could protect you from that. A family member or something like that, or a friend from suing you because of your property damage that might have occurred at the party or something like that. The insurance can cover for that. All right. So the next thing you got to think about when getting property insurance is to have the ability to select one. How do you go about selecting property insurance? What's the right one? What's the wrong one? Well, there's about 3 things you should need to do to look into selecting a good property insurance company. One of which is, are they legitimate and are they credit worthy? Do they have the funds to back up if something were to happen? Say your house gets destroyed, I don't know, by a tornado or something like that. Do they have the funds to legitimately reimburse you for all the items that you had in your house and put you in a hotel or pay the funds to keep you up while your house is being built or something like that, or whatever? Are they credit worthy? The next thing to do is check out the S&P 500 and also to see whether are they listed on there, or do they have a good rating. Are they, or other credible websites that they may be listed with? Is it Allstate? Is it Geico? Is it, I don't know, is it, State Farms, whatever. There's a lot of different local companies that are in your town that might be smaller and more affordable instead of the big box office types. And the last one is to see whether, has anybody claimed a service with them, that you might know of. Has somebody that you know of had that insurance, or can they recommend somebody that you can speak to about the process of what happens when something did go bad for them? Like say there was a fire and they lost everything. Did they, provide hotel stay for them? Was their processing of checks quick and easy? Did they get reimbursed quickly? I mean, sometimes these things can take months, if not years, to get reimbursed, or have them reconstruct things or rebuild a house or whatever, and could displace your whole lifestyle and cost lots more money if you don't have the right things in place. So find out if they're legitimate, find out if they're credit worthy, find out if they can be processed right, and that's the best advice that I can tell you when looking for property insurance. It's not very hard, but it's definitely recommended to have health insurance as well as auto insurance and as well as property insurance. You gotta have those three. Those three things will make you really good, and you never know. Someday you might become a millionaire and you might have to have a good insurance to cover your multi-millions of things so you don't lose it in case of an accident or something like that. Anywho, my name's Aaron. This is Czar Finance. Thanks for watching. This is episode 30, property insurance, and take care. Thank you.